Hey guys, we are back with another interesting hand from Courtney, and this time I'm really excited because we will be analyzing one of the most interesting and probably one of the most important parts in any MTT play, Big Blind. You have to play a lot of hands from there, you have to learn how to play effectively, and this is hopefully what we're going to touch today. So let's learn this hand and see what it brings us. We have King Queen suited in the big blind, a perfectly playable hand, and we face early position open. If everyone folds around, we obviously going to defend, and this is what happens. I want to pause it and talk a little bit about pre-flop strategy, even though I think it's pretty clear that we're going to be calling a lot and defending very wide here. I still want to talk a bit about that. We are getting great odds, so we should be calling very wide. But what is most important thing here is that we should be calling all of our good hands as well instead of polarizing our range and free betting it. That means here I would be just calling with aces, kings, queens, ace kings, and so on. Well, actually, I will be calling my entire range and I would not have a free bet range against early position open. That gives you a lot of benefits on later streets. You are able to represent many strong hands. You're definitely going to get way more wallow because your opponent will be overplaying the vast majority of the time because he would never think you could have those aces, kings, or definitely queens in your range as well, and they think you would be free betting those hands. So this gives you a lot of opportunities to win bigger pots. Moreover, you protect your whole range. Because if you would be free betting all those strong hands and some of the bluffs and calling just everything in the middle, your range is not going to be very strong, and on most runouts you will not be able to call all free streets. So it really gives you a lot of benefits to call some of those strong hands or even all of those strong hands. So definitely try this out and incorporate that in your play and definitely have better results. Courtney checks, your opponent bets, and Courtney calls. Do not think again it's much to comment here. Obviously, we are never check raising anything on this board. We want to call all our strong hands, so we should not be check raising as a bluff. We want to call our sets, top pairs, even two pairs, something like Queen 7 suited, definitely the hand that we would be defending versus close to a min raise here because of the good odds. So we want to call all of those wallow hands and let our opponent barrel off and bluff with his whole range. So we should not be bluffing, bluff raising as a bluff as well. Already mixing this a little bit, but I guess it's clear. We are calling all our range here. We are calling flush draws, we are calling mate hands, we are calling top pairs and so on, and we are not raising anything. So I think this is pretty easy decision and obviously the right one. Courtney playing it like she should, and everything looks fine. Obviously we're checking again, our opponent bets, and we decide to call one more time. Again, I do think there is no other way to play the hand. You have to call. He could have a flush draws that he's barreling. He could have just random hands that he's barreling because he has received a very strong range. So calling here is obviously fine. Now we check again on the river and our opponent bets. This time we have a little bit harder decision. Firstly, the only thing now that you could beat, which he should and could be free barreling as a bluff, is missed flush draws. Something like ace king, but you block that, need to take that in consideration, having a king, ace jack, ace 10 type of hands, obviously some hands in the middle. However, he's not going to bluff that all the time when the board pairs because you are very likely to bluff catch him as well. And basically, how he see your range, you have a lot of draws that miss, well, not a lot of draws, but some of the draws that missed, which you could fold, and then you have some strong hands. You can easily have sevens, deuces, as we said, even queens, hands like ace, queen, king, queen, even a ton of 8x like queen 8, 7, 8, ace 8 suited as well of the diamonds, maybe even of spades here. So you have a lot of wild hands and you have a way better hands to bluff catch with. So it's not like your range is going to be entirely weak and he just decide to barrel off as a bluff all the time. Moreover, he's betting even more than a pot here, so it's really kind of risky. Obviously, he's just putting you all in because you have like just a little bit less than pot size bet left on the river, but I do think that this is a clear fold because you have way better hands to bluff catch. Actually, you do have a lot of made and strong hands on this board, and I do not see open and barreling as a bluff a lot. Oh, and Courtney decides to fold here, which is great. I do think this hand was played perfectly. You cannot do anything better or play the hand in any other way, so I love to see this. Good job, and I really think this is a great example to see how you should have discipline in MTTs, how you should be able to let go even strong hands after facing extreme aggression from a strong range, and your opponent is not so likely to bluff either way. So this is great, I love the hand, I love the example, and I hope you liked it as well. For more hands, subscribe and visit my channel, subscribe to Courtney's as well, and talk to you soon, guys.